Grace and peace to you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. This Sunday on July 12th, we will be having the service to celebrate Dorothy Cornell. And then on the 19th, we are going to start having services once again in our building. The worship committee thought it would be good for us to share with you a walkthrough of what to expect when you come to church, either for Dorothy's service or for the church service on the 19th, either at 8:30 in the morning or 10:50 in the morning. And so as you come from the parking lot, there's going to be two doors that you can use. We're going to be using only the sanctuary part of the building. And so the lobby doors will be open. We ask that the doors to the education wing are going to be closed so nobody's using those doors. So move on to these doors. Before you get here though, you should be putting on a mask as you get out the door. And then we ask that you don't congregate at the sidewalks, that you move in and so that people can move past you and we keep our social distancing to keep each other safe. Once you get to the doors, you'll walk in. The doors will be propped open so that nobody has to touch any of them. Once you come in, you'll notice a couple different things. We have some sanitizers. The sanitizers are on the wall by the mother's room and as well as the other door. These sanitizers are great because they are just easy to use. When I turn them on and they squeeze, don't have to touch them, and you get sanitized. You will also notice that we have the door to the education wing closed so that we're not going to use any of that space. The only bathroom that will be available will be the one in the mother's room. As you enter, you will also notice that we have two beautiful people stationed here in our lobby. They are our ushers. As you come forward, if you don't have a mask, they are going to present you with a mask. We have pre-made ones that you can reuse, as well as some that you can throw out. They will offer you a mask, and then they're going to ask you a couple questions.
Good morning. What is your name?
My name is Leanne Zeck.
Okay, would you give me your phone number, please?
555-555.
Thank you.
They will then take our information so that they can contact us if anybody shows up positive later in the week. In this way, we can keep each other safe. We ask that everybody give their name and phone number so we get the right number. And then on top of that, with these masks on, we may not always get the right person. So let us give our name and our phone number. Once we're done here, we're going to enter into the sanctuary. And as we enter into the sanctuary, we will be greeted by another usher. And you would notice that there were two people. One was going to take care of the people coming in the one side and another person from the other side. And so both of the sanctuary doors will be open and the lobby doors will be open. Once we come in,
welcome. Please come with me.
Bob here is going to show us where to sit.
We're going to ask people to sit in the front pews first, and then as more people come in, they'll sit closer to the back. So we're filling the front first, and if you come my way, you'll notice on the seats there are little yellow pieces of paper that say, please sit here. And you'll notice there's one here and one there, and so on. Every other pew is, I'll say roped off. It's not really roped, but we're only sitting people in every other pew and only where you see the yellow tags. If you look over like on this way, the idea is there's a tag in the middle, but if a couple sits here and a couple sits at that end, then nobody will sit in the middle spot. If this is a single person and this is a single person and that's a single person, then three people in that pew. Otherwise, a couple here and a couple there. And the ushers will help you out as far as the appropriate place to sit.
As you take a seat, when you sit down, you will notice the entire sanctuary is mapped out like this, where we have the rope and the places to sit. And as Bob has said, Our ushers are going to help us with seating down and finding a safe place to sit. You will also notice that we don't have any hymnals, we don't have any Bibles, and you're not going to have any bulletins. This way, nothing can be left behind, and nothing can be transferred. We can't give things to other people, and it's going to reduce what we have to wipe down between services. During the service, we might have a singer up front. We won't be doing any singing in the congregation because we'd have to be 12 feet away from each other, and that just gives us a long distance in between. So we're going to let somebody sing from the front. They are more than 12 feet away from us, and we'll be safe. Once the service is over, we were seated from the front going back. The ushers are going to help dismiss us from the back. And so our ushers will return, and Bob will start in the back asking people to get up and showing them the way out. And as they come down and help us to leave in an orderly fashion, when it is our turn, we are asked to get up and to walk out of the church. Not linger in the aisle. If I show my hand to Bob's not going to shake my hand. It's not that Bob doesn't want to shake my hand. It is that we're trying to be as safe as possible.
And we're not going to elbow bump?
Nope.
We're not going to hug?
That's going to be hard, Bob.
It is. So if you want to greet somebody, I suggest.
Thank you. And so we're going to remember to keep distance, masks on, and not shaking hands and not hugging people. Unless we live with them. Bob can hug Mary. And so we're going to move out as we leave the church. We don't want anybody piling up back here or lingering out in the narthex. But the church that we have there, before or after the service, the church on the table will be the place that you place your offering. And so we thank you for your giving throughout this entire time, but we ask that you place your envelopes or your money in that church so that we don't have to pass a plate which exposes us to more. Through all of this is not how we would necessarily want to have church. We would love to have church where we're back shaking hands and hugging, singing, and doing everything that we love about church. But we can't right now. We're asking that you cooperate and support each other and love each other by keeping our distance, by practicing our worship a little bit different for now so that we can keep each other safe. This way, the most people can come out and participate in our worship. If you still do not feel safe in being part of our worship service inside, what we will be doing is having a pre-recorded service on my YouTube page as well as on the Facebook page, loaded on Saturday night to Sunday morning. You will be able to find it there and have a church service with me, and Laura will be playing the instrument, and we also have usually a singer. So we are trying to invite you to watch online if you are not able to come out and be part of our service here. With that, we look forward to seeing you again in person on either the 12th or on the 19th. The 12th is Dorothy Cornell's service, or the 19th at 8:30 in the morning, or at 10:50 in the morning for our worship service. Thank you.
And just a reminder, when you do leave, please leave and go straight out to the parking lot. It's fine to visit with your friends, but please do it in the parking lot so that we don't have a bottleneck either in the narthex or on the sidewalk going out to the parking lot.
We will see you real soon. Thank you.